Hello everyone, I am teacher Irvin Lin. This unit is about the integration of virtual and augmented reality. This course teaches proper use of digital media and how to apply techniques. This class is divided into 3 parts. 1. Sounds and images and an introduction of learning materials will take learners through virtual and real media about technology and use a comprehensive artistic experience. 2. Through this interactive journey, learners will be freed from set patterns which will motivate learning. 3. Through the flexibility of using technological media, you will come to understand what to do and your job in the media era. The content of this unit is divided into 3 parts: the VR/AR Platform Tools Guide, VR/AR and 3D Software Use and Operation, and the publication of Integrated VR/AR. The first is the VR/AR Platform Tools Guide. This will introduce the Sketchfab web platform app and account creation. I will demonstrate the web platform's use of the phone app and a creative case as an example. Next is VR/AR 3D software-related application operations. Using a smooth 3D free account, I will demonstrate open source tools on the web platform and carry out a case analysis. From traditional media, we will integrate digital content and adjust file formats of outputted creations. Lastly is the publication of integrated VR/AR virtual and real creations and uploading creations to the Sketchfab web platform. We will fill in, classify and describe, explain and share, explore how to create interactions, and use screenshots or videos to publish on social media platforms. The VR/AR Platform Tools Guide. Virtual technology includes virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR. There are 3 elements to achieve virtual effects: immersion, interaction, and imagination. When we focus on augmented reality, AR, there are 3 subject requirements that have to be met: coexistence of the real and the virtual, generation of real-time interactivity, and it must occur in a 3-dimensional environment. The continuous development of virtual technology has opened up many learning possibilities for us in the field of art education. With the introduction of virtual technology, various types of galleries, common in the real world, or exhibition spaces, exhibit diversity. Whether it's real content copied into the virtual, an overlap with the physical, or a reproduction, we can see that the world is but a place. This creates for us ways to share aesthetic experiences and many possibilities for connections, making for closer interactions and higher connections. Hello everyone. We are going to use the browser Google Chrome on the computer to log into the sketchfab.com platform and carry out a series of operations. First, you need to log into your Gmail account in Google Chrome. In a moment, we will link our Gmail account. After logging in, we search for Sketchfab. Click on Sketchfab's webpage. At this time, it will load the sketchfab.com platform. Then, in the upper right corner, we can see a section where you can create an account, and a section to log into your account. Creating an account means that you currently don't have an account for this platform, so you have to first create one. If you already have an account, then you just need to select Login. We first choose to create an account. Now you will see that it asks you to choose a username and enter your email and create a password. Then your account will be created. Or if you already have an account to log into a social media platform, you can log in with that account directly. We are using a Google account to log in. Here, because it has already been created, we directly select Login to load the account. After clicking Login, you directly select Google here. It will generate a link. After you successfully log in, you can see that it will ask you if you want to choose subjects that you like, so that it generates more content that you are interested in. At this time, you can make selections. Currently, there are 18 types. Click on the Avatar section in the upper right corner. Click Edit Profile. We can customize and set detailed personal information parameters. Here you can see that currently our username link is sketchfab.com, plus your account name. Your display name can also be changed. This display link is for if in the future you want to share your work with others. At that time, you can copy it and send it to others for sharing. Here is your personal introduction. There is a limit of 140 characters. You must also choose whether your account is personal or organizational. Each option also has a professional field that you can set. You can create a clearer classification for yourself, your biography, and your location. Then your links for websites about you. You can link accounts for Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, or game engines like Unity in this location. Also, all of the software that you use and your current skills can all be selected here. After you finish selecting, you can click Save Profile. Next, you'll see the Avatar section. This can be customized. You can change your own avatar. Choose Change Photo. Now, find the square picture that you have already created. Now it shows that the selection is a JPEG file with a 512 by 512 upper limit and a 1 megabyte size restriction. Now the changes are complete. Next, choose Email. Here you can specify which email account you want to link and also the password for this email account. This is the account password. This is the account section. According to all sorts of needs, we can change the account password to suit different situations. For example, if you forgot to log out and want to change your password, or if you think you have used the password for too long, you can change it. This is the API key. API is a way for you to link to other platforms or software to your Sketchfab account. It will have you input an API key. At this time, after you create the content, you can directly click Upload, and you won't have to log in or do any other complicated procedures like repackaging, and you can directly upload to the Sketchfab platform to complete your upload. This is often used with Smoothie 3D, and we will talk about later. Sculpt GL and Unity. All of these tools can use API tokens. It is equivalent to the API key making and upload. This means that with the email linked to your account, if anyone wants to contact you on this platform, or likes you, or shares with you, or makes a collection, if any of these actions happen, then it will send you a message telling you what kind of action happened so that you can easily manage them. Sometimes people will even want to leave a comment on your work. It will tell you immediately when there are comments. This is a place that you can link or cancel a link to your social media platforms. I currently don't have a link to Facebook. If you want to link to Facebook, select Connect to Facebook. Our current link is to a Google account, so if you want to cancel the link, select Disconnect. There's also Twitter. The account section shows you the date you joined and your current level or the plan you are using. Basic is the most common. It is a free account. Of course, if you have more needs in the future, you can click Upgrade. This will upgrade your account. They have different upload maximums and data for you to choose from. Of course, you have to pay a fee. With Basic, we have the functions to meet our current needs. This is the free version. If you think that you don't want to use the account anymore, you can choose to delete your account. At this time, all your data will be erased. After you finish setting your personal information, we can return to your account and click on the avatar. Here you can see your work area. Currently, it is empty. Nothing has been uploaded. There are no collections. There are no likes. All of these are empty. Later, we will continuously produce this kind of content. Remember, as long as it isn't your computer, or if you leave your computer, don't forget to log out. Log out to avoid the loss of your account and personal information. Currently, users of the Sketchfab platform include artists, designers, gamers, cultural heritage organizations, scientists, and more. Based on the 3D models that they publish, they have discussions and sharing. Apart from browsing works on the Sketchfab platform, we are going to learn how to use the Add to Collection function to collect and classify others' works. To acquire information in the digital age, the first step is to collect and categorize. Because the huge amount of new media information and messy data are hard to consume and use. Only by systematic organization can users be able to achieve the benefits of data cleaning. From the process of installing Sketchfab app on mobile devices, we understand that Android has a higher market share, but because iOS apps have a higher quality, most app developers develop apps for both platforms. However, the iOS review process is strict and time-consuming. To unify release times, Android versions are often released for a period of time to wait for market reactions and troubleshooting before the app is sent to the iOS review and release. So typically, in the early stage of an app, different platforms will have Android. It is a misunderstanding that Android isn't as stable. Log into the Sketchfab app with your phone and use the same account, then complete Add to Collection classification to achieve cross-platform operations and understand the meaning of collaborative, synchronized, and sharing function systematic thinking in the age of digital media. Users can customize settings according to their own needs and create a new system structure model, effectively eliminating annoyances in operation and maintaining the stability of the overall system. The Sketchfab platform's main service is 3D objects and model browsing, so users can use a computer to browse with a mouse, or mobile to use touchscreen. It can display virtual reality or operations related to headset controller devices. Of course, in addition to static models, the browser can also play and control 3D dynamic models. So in Explore, we can browse things related to certain categories, including the dynamic effects that we want to see now. You can see that with our mouse, moving over the thumbnails, it can perform some scrolling. It does some preloading for browsing. Here on the top, there are many interesting symbols for you to learn. For instance, if we see that an object is dynamic, then it will say animated. That is a label. Indicating it is dynamic will appear. It is available for you to download. Then the downloadable symbol will appear so you can download and use it. So these symbols have their own meanings. So when you are browsing, you can get a basic understanding of the content of an item. There is also a money symbol. That means that in the store, you can buy or sell it. So you can see that the money symbol here means that it is on the store available for purchase. If there's nothing else, that means it can be browsed, but you can't download it and you can't purchase it. At any time, we can select an item to look at. For example, let's click on this. Now you can see that the browser basically first plays its animations. Here, there are different actions that you can select. Apart from this character's actions, you can adjust the character's speed and adjust the angle of the camera. So, The original speed was times 1. I can make it slow, like times 0.5, or times 0.01, or speed it up. Now you can see that there are some differences in these actions. Here you can loop once, loop all, or not loop. That means that after it does a single action, it will stop moving. This is a non-stop loop or a continuous loop. These will keep playing it. You can make browsing selections. Browsing selections. When using a typical controller device, a headset device, you can select this and it'll generate VR browsing. Or there is full screen mode here. With these, you can do browsing operations. Browsing operations. Of course, with this kind of object, actually underneath, we can click it to add it to our categories or embed it in other websites. Here you can also share. You can also click like here. So if I like it, I will click it, and then it will create one more like for it. This is the total number of views. Of course, underneath, you can also leave a comment. Leave a comment. For example, now, using your account, you can post a comment for this user. This user will then receive your message. You can see if they want to respond to you. Let's return to Sketchfab.com platform operations. After we go in, you can first customize the categories you like. For example, if you like animals, architecture, art, vehicles, or characters, obviously you will like electronics, fashion, and food. You can select them and then select Continue. Now it will recommend to you works that they think are related to your categories. According to the categories you selected, you can click any of the content it recommends to you to browse. For example, I'll click Sketchfab's own official account. Of course, you can choose to follow it. That means in the future, after I log in, the models that the Sketchfab official account posts or the content of creators that it recommends will first appear on your platform for you to browse. I'll click one of them randomly to browse. According to the size of the model, as well as your internet speed, it will take different amounts of time to load. So, on the Sketchfab platform, we can use the mouse to left-click to rotate and view. The left button of the mouse is for browsing. While it is loading, at the top there is a loading bar. It will continuously load its content data. After it has been completely loaded, it will have its most complete display. The left button of the mouse can rotate. The mouse wheel can be used to zoom. The right button can be used to pan, so the left mouse button rotates. The mouse wheel can be clicked to pan, and the right button can be clicked to pan as well. The mouse wheel can be used to zoom. These are the basic operations. You can practice them to understand. In this kind of browser window, underneath, you can see it is currently displayed in high-quality HD. Here, you can also choose different qualities for viewing to match your display performance. If your computer doesn't display it very smoothly, you can adjust it. This is the first-person rotating view. Or you can set the object to the center of rotation. These are basic settings. Here, there are more detailed parameters. For instance, after you open it, on the left, there will be a set of parameters that correspond to the model. The first is whether I want to show its wireframe. These objects are all basically 3D objects. So if you want these 3D objects, we want to see details of its original construction. You can select a color for the wireframe. Now you will see that a wireframe face has appeared corresponding to each 3D model. You can use this if you are interested in studying further the area of 3D animations or 3D creation. You can switch between its different colors for convenience when viewing. For viewing convenience, the first one is no wireframe. This refers to a single-sided presentation. You can also use a double-sided model to display it. The biggest difference is when the model is displayed, whether it is transparent or not transparent. So, you can see it has an effect on the display. So, when you're in the water, there are some differences. These are visible, and then there are some displayed or reflected textures. This is the double-sided display effect. This is the single-sided display effect. So, you can only see the exterior. You can't see the inside layer. But when you turn it off, you can see it again. So, it is a different effect of display modes. You click on it to see. This is 3D mode. 3D plus 2D mode. Now it doesn't have that setting. 2D mode, of course, doesn't correspond to the final composition here. Final render is the final effect, or the no post-processing effect on Sketchfab's platform. Its 3D setting has texture display settings and post-processing display setting. Does it have post-processing display effects? You can see that it has some shadows or some differences in sharpness. So, these are post-processing effects. Can you see that it is a little bit brighter? It has some details that are shown through sharpness. When it's off, it becomes a bit flatter looking, with less detail. The texture becomes a bit worse. So you can see the differences between when it is on and off. These here are the basic colors. This is the base color, or the original color map. This is a reflective texture. This is a rough effect sticker. If you have a chance to study 3D or other related types of creation in the future, you'll study all these. This is the parts that stick out. So, it's its vector map. This is its AO map, the ambient occlusion sticker, and there its displacement sticker. This is its opacity. Here, the parts that are displayed and aren't displayed represent its different opacities. This is its emission. It's an effect that makes the water look a little brighter. This is display of its gloss. So basically, when one object displays different textures or effects, it must use many types of stickers to create the better color presentations or textures that we see with our eyes. Once you see all of these basically, in the process of studying, you will start to have some understanding. Its complete state is the final render effect. Below is the geometry section. So, if you want to simply display the surface of objects, this displays the surface and texture. This is the pure wireframe, and this is a display of the direction of its vectors. And these are the directions of its vectors. So basically, you can use these displays to observe and study. This is the UV checker. This is the UV model that all models need to take apart. Now it gives you a basic display to show you what its UV deconstruction is currently like. So this is pretty much the kind of basic viewing mode. It can give us a detailed understanding after it's finished. You probably know that after finishing, and if you really like the model, you can add it to your collection. Here you can select Add. Add to. Here, add it to a new collection. Create a new collection. So, I want to create a collection. For example, this is a boat. It's a type of boat that I like. I create it. So now it has taken this model and added it to my new collection. It has put it inside of Boat. So when I return to my account, you can see Collections here. There's one that was created. After I open it, you can see Boat here already has one model. In the future, if I see a boat type that I want to collect, or when I'm doing basic sorting, I can in this same way put it into this collection of mine. We can search further. For example, I can find some related works. For example, I like this duck boat. I really like this duck boat. After I click it, I can do a simple viewing. If I think it is something I can study, I can put it in a collection. It looks pretty good. So I'll click Add to, and I can add this selection to my boat collection. Click Add. Now it has been added. Of course, I'll click a few more. In the future, if you have related needs, if say you need to create some boats, or if you want to do some sorting of information, then you can bring these options in. Then searching will be relatively faster. Directly select Add to, and then add it to the boat collection. After we close it, let's look at my account. And then in Collection, you can see that in my boat collection, I have now collected 3. In the future, when I am observing, I can open it for further understanding. It is a basic way of collecting information. Now, we will use our phones, the mobile app, to link to the Sketchfab platform. Let's first search for the Sketchfab app. Search for Sketchfab Mobile. Now you can see that it has an app for you to download. You select one depending on if your phone uses Apple Store or Android's Google Play. Click on it and then download. Here, it often has information on new updates. The announcements are displayed here. They include what's been updated in new versions or what adjustments or corrections have been made. If users have some feedback or some problems, basically, here you can get some information and answers. They will keep correcting it, including here, they have the version history. You can see that it has some information generated here. So returning to our phones. Now, when you are using it, it's the same. We first select Apple Store. After we select Apple Store, search for Sketchfab. And download it. Press Download in the upper right corner to download it. After downloading, we can open it. We enter the account we set up and sign in. Use the email that we used for the account. Use Google. Here. To sign into it. And then accept. And you will be logged in. Now you can see that there is some linked information at the top. Click in the upper left corner. That. Link place. Select your account. Now it will log you in. Because we haven't built any models yet, you will only see in your collections the collections that you have created. This is the same as the collection that we created, because the platform is the same. The content on the mobile phone app and on the platform are the same, so the information is the same. So you can click in to see the items in your collections. And if you click this link section, it will commence downloading. According to the displayed content. Of course, based on the size of the scene, download times will be different. We can also load from here. Select the content of this file and load it. On the mobile app, it is the same. You can also view works. You can view works. Here, it is also the same. We can view it. Here, you can select full screen to display it. So, this here is on our computer. This here is on our phone. Through this method, you can clearly see that this platform is a cross-device and cross-operating system. It is very convenient. The details that it shows and its correctness are all very much the same. They're all very much the same. So you can go and browse these items. In the same way, on the phone app, click. Then this thing underneath change its display. So this is the wireframe of the model objects. Viewing content is also very convenient. This is all the same. It's very consistent, so you can see how its effects are displayed on both platforms. In the first unit, we have come to an initial understanding of platform use from the web browser to the phone app, as well as their mutual connection and how to create files. Now we have 3 questions to ask all of you. 1. Virtual technology builds content, structures our behavior, and changes our relationships. Which of the following is false? A. Location and your own position. B. Extreme isolation. C. Space and time. D. Individuals and groups. Second question. Digital content guided by virtual technology in artistic learning and the area of exhibitions has unlimited possibilities and potential. Which of the following is true? A. Beauty no longer requires study. B. The presentation of digital content is less effective. C. The virtual world is easy to enjoy together. D. Virtual tools have longer learning curves. Third question. How should we view virtual reality? Which of the following is false? A. It has a strong sense of cohesion and participation. B. It is a 3D virtual world generated by computers. C. Through input devices, you can interact with the virtual world. D. Although it is virtual, it can provide the human body with enough nutrients for growth and survival.